Imagine you just got a text message with some breaking news. A nuclear missile is heading your way, and in 20 minutes, you'll be dead. What do? Well, in the case of an upcoming Christian movie called 20 Minutes, the answer appears to be that atheists would suddenly turn to God. It's like we're all looking toward the afterlife in our final moments, and there's nothing Christian apologists love more than tales of deathbed conversions. Except they almost never actually happen. It didn't happen to Christopher Hitchens. It didn't happen to Charles Darwin, despite rumors to the contrary. The one famous time it happened in recent memory, the philosopher Antony Flew basically said he thought a god might have created the universe, but that's it. Even he didn't buy into the Christian God who listens to your prayers or anything like that. So this idea that atheists would suddenly believe in a God who might take mercy upon them before it's too late, it's just fiction. Now, the movie is based on an actual scenario that occurred in 2018, when people in Hawaii got a text message saying a missile was heading their way. It turned out to be a false alarm. But as far as I can tell, there is not a single instance of any atheist turning to Christ in the minutes following that alert. I looked for it after the panic occurred and came up empty. Now, that's not proof it didn't happen, but I have yet to hear anyone say they started believing in God within that short window of time and stuck with it afterwards. The entire movie appears to be a straw man. For some reason, Christians just love bearing false witness. The atheist who converts in his last moments is as stereotypically Christian as a college professor who absolutely hates God, or a Planned Parenthood worker who really wants you to get an abortion so she can meet her quota. They don't exist in the real world, but they always seem to exist in the evangelical Christian cinematic universe. The whole movie reeks of that Christian slander about how there are no atheists in foxholes. The idea is that in the middle of a war zone, when your life is in danger, even atheists ask God to keep them safe. That's not true. That's never been true. There are plenty of atheists in the military, and they don't lose their ability to think rationally just because they end up in dangerous situations. Same deal in a life-threatening emergency. Finding Jesus on your deathbed, or right before a missile hits, suggests that Christians think fear is a better pathway to God than critical thinking ever could be. It's not a good look for them. But when your goal is to create converts instead of producing a thoughtful film, who cares if your script reads like a sermon? It's why people rarely take Christian movies seriously. If you actually only had 20 minutes to live, you'd be much better off telling your friends and family you love them than trying to make right with God because you dared to spend your life asking tough questions about religion instead of blindly accepting what most people believe. Plus, hey, if believing in the last minute of your life counts just as much, then you're better off spending the rest of your life rejecting God anyway. I mean, why wouldn't you reject a God who could theoretically stop a life-ending missile but chooses not to? Spoiler, the end result will be the same either way.